How's it going, everybody? Welcome to episode 20 of the ChiTownPod. Today we're going to be talking about the Bears. How we doing, Tom? It's crazy that we're 20 episodes in already.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't feel like 20 though. It feels more like
It
10.
really doesn't. Well, each of us honestly have done like 17, if you think about
You've
it.
done more than me.
Yeah.
You've probably I think you've only missed one. I missed a couple for obvious reasons. But
Bro cannot speak.
yeah. I've done like 15
Yeah,
maybe.
I'd say, yeah. Probably around there.
Something like that. But yeah, no, today's been a pretty good day. Um, had class of course and then got done with that. I was really bored and it was supposed to be an off day for me and for lifting. And I said, I'm good. And I went and lifted. And it was actually a really good lift. I wasn't like sore enough where I was like, dude, like I can't. I felt like pretty good and fresh. So I was like, all right,
It's
let's
always a good thing.
yeah, let's dabble into it. So really good lift. Got back, ate some Chick-fil-A, had a protein shake, and now we're here. How did your
There we
day
go.
go?
It's good. I had class early in the morning. Then I ate some breakfast.
Did
Then
you
I
eat for
came back.
breakfast?
I had eggs.
Of course, classic choice, Tristan.
I hate eggs. I don't know. I've been on an egg kick recently, but I,
It's
I
like
normally don't like eggs.
they're good every like you have it like twice a week, yeah, valid, but like every day, no way.
Yeah, some eggs and hot sauce for breakfast.
Yeah, that's what I do. What hot sauce?
Cholula.
Frank's, bro, on the eggs.
I mean, Frank's isn't bad. Anything except Tabasco. Tabasco tastes like piss. It's
That is true.
disgusting.
I hate when you're at a restaurant and they're like, "Oh, can I get some hot sauce?"
It's like when you ask for a Coke. Is Pepsi okay?
Yeah, and
No,
they pull out the Tabasco and they're like, "Bro, like,
bro.
this isn't even hot sauce.
It's not hot at all, and it
Tastes
doesn't
bad."
taste good.
That's why I
It
don't
doesn't
get like
taste good.
some sauces are like, "Oh, they're so hot." Like, why would somebody ever get like some of the really hot ones? Like, I'm a big like spice guy, and like the really hot ones, they don't even taste good. They're just like spicy. It's like
It just
there's
hurts.
there's no way anybody like actually enjoys just like straight spicy, no flavor.
Exactly.
That's why like when I go to like beat ups, I get like the hot because it's got good flavor and it's spicy. It's a good mix. But
Then after breakfast, came home, took a nap, went to class, and then I got to study for a test on Thursday after this. And then it's some Pal World time, baby.
there it is.
Uh,
Um, I wish I could study. I mean, the only time I ever studied like 3 days before a test was for finals.
this was a hard class, so
Yep, I did talk about my math quiz the last time.
yeah.
That's the last one I took,
Yeah.
which is pretty funny.
Ridiculous.
Hey, don't hate
Hey,
the
man.
player, man. Hate the game.
Facts. Can't argue with that one.
Yeah, but we can jump into it.
Let's get into it here. Yesterday, tough day for the Fields clan. As the Raiders are hiring Luke Getsy as their new offensive coordinator. Thoughts?
Ye- Um, I I still don't think he's good, but I
I
don't
think
think
he's
like
overhated.
I think it was kind of like two wrongs don't make it right with him in Fields. I
Agreed.
wouldn't I
Major
wouldn't
agreed.
say like I wouldn't say he's terrible, but he's definitely not good. Like,
Yes.
but he needs a certain type of QB for his offense. That's what, like people like think like, oh, Fields is going to the Raiders. That if anything, that rules it out.
No, 100%. I think Getsy clearly has flaws in his scheme, but a lot of teams saw that he took a team that wasn't a great rushing team into an elite rushing team. Yes, they had a generational rushing quarterback. Obviously, I don't think the Raiders are going to turn around and then be the number one rushing team in the NFL.
I mean,
But I think it can't
they
hurt
they totally could though. I mean, their line is pretty solid now,
with
and they have
Jacobs. But you
Jacobs.
have to also remember the Bears got almost 2,000 yards of rushing from Justin Fields the last 2 years.
Yeah, this is true, but I see no reason why they won't be top five.
No, especially with, I think they
The-
probably have a top five running back on their
I mean, the
team.
the only team I could really say it's ahead of them is the Raiders, and then maybe the team Justin goes to. I don't know.
Wait, The Raiders?
Oh
We're
wait,
talking about
Ravens.
the
I meant Ravens. I meant Ravens. I meant Ravens. Raiders, Ravens, same difference.
same thing. Whatever.
Yeah, you know.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure he means the Ravens, but
yeah. Sorry,
I don't know for sure.
that's my fault. But I don't.
It
If anything, it
happens.
rules it out because Fields is like Steelers, Falcons, and like I don't even know.
Well, I mean, who needs a quarterback?
A lot of teams, honestly,
Well,
but like
yeah, but
who
who's
needs
gonna
feet?
take a risk?
I know. We're just like
Giants, maybe.
I doubt it.
Atlanta.
Patriots.
Could see Denver.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate that. Yeah,
Patriots are in striking range of being able to draft one.
I would
So
not. I don't like Jaden Daniels though.
I don't either. I think he's.
I guess. I
We
guess if
both
you
we both think he's Fields with less physique.
yeah. I'm kind of looking
The
like
Saints.
I don't.
I don't know
Yeah,
if he's the
yeah,
Saints.
yeah. That could happen. I'm just like scrolling through. Like maybe no, none of those teams. Let's go to the NFC really quick.
None of the playoff teams need one. Oh, well, Pittsburgh. Maybe.
Yeah, like he wouldn't go to the Vikings, but like the Vikings.
No.
That's
Yeah. You don't want to trade him in the division.
so like three teams. Not a lot of suitors
Well,
to
who
be
do you say?
honest.
Atlanta, maybe the
Atlanta
Saints,
and Steelers.
and Steelers. Yeah, those are probably the big three.
Yeah, I know. Probably go to, I don't like. That's what sucks about Getsy going to the Raiders because that just rules them out pretty much completely.
Could see Denver. I know I just said that, but Denver maybe.
Oh yeah, I guess.
So 3 or 4 teams. There will
Ye-
be a market for him.
Yeah, I as long as like they get their like, I want that second round pick preferably this year because there's a lot of talent this year. I don't. After hearing all the reports that people think that like he was the problem over Getsy, like especially there's no way they get the first now. Unless like I wouldn't be against though like
The only team maybe is the Steelers.
like we give him a third and Fields for their first. Like
Wouldn't hate it.
I
Oh,
wouldn't
there
hate
was
that
a
either.
crazy trade up scenario. I think we talked about it. Yeah, we asked Brady. I think
Oh
right,
yeah,
Brady.
yeah.
It
He
was
was like, no
Fields
way.
9, and then like a third and a future second to move up to 3.
Yeah, and he's like, nah, bro, no way. I get it.
That would Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison Jr. would feed families for generations.
Yeah, it
That
won't
would be
happen.
insane.
It's just not happening. Just like with like Jackson Powers, Johnson, it's just not happening anymore.
Yeah, no.
But we could talk about Cliff Kingsbury, another
We
OC.
can, but let's talk about your encounter over the weekend.
Oh, all right. A little bit of a crazy story here. Was not on the scorecard for my life, to be honest. So it's like Friday and it's pretty late. I'm just like chilling because I had a big day Saturday, so I didn't go out Friday. And my sister FaceTimes me around like 2 a.m. or something like that. And I'm like, she calls me. She answers. She's like, wait 1 second. And I'm like, all right, bro. Like I almost hung up. I'm like, I'm just like not doing this right now. And then you guys like Caden Proctor, probably the best offensive lineman in college football, or debatably, is on the phone. And I'm like I was so surprised. And I'm like, okay, sure. So like, of course, I'm like, dude, you're going to the Bears. And he's like, I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. And I'm like, dude, you don't want to block for Caleb Williams? And he has the audacity to say, fuck the Bears. I'm like, there's no way. So like, obviously I'm gonna snap back because that's my team. I'm like, bro, fuck you. You just made an enemy, buddy.
I can't believe I was in an Xbox party with Tom, and I'm listening to this, and I'm like, who the hell is he talking to? And then he muted his FaceTime call, and he's like, guys, I'm on the phone with Caden Proctor right now. And we're like, no way.
And dude,
and then we just hear it play out, and I'm like, man, what an asshole.
I know, dude. He expected me to glaze, and
Tom doesn't glaze anyone.
No, bro. Like he needed
Except
to be humbled.
Caleb Williams.
Yeah, of course. My sunshine.
I don't think anyone had that on the bingo card for 2024.
No, even like there's not a lot of people who just like go on a FaceTime call with probably gonna be a top 10 first round pick in 2 years.
First round pick. Best offensive tackle in college football.
I mean, this guy like just like was expecting me to like glaze him, and apparently I don't know, man. Hey, I
Hey
bet
man.
nobody. I bet nobody went to his birthday party.
Ryan Poles, if you're listening, don't draft him.
Hey, I mean, I have this is the inside info here. So
This
Ryan
is inside
Poles,
info.
when you see this man, just like
Bro, we can totally Laramie Tunsil his ass in 2 years.
yeah, buddy. Well,
Oh man.
yeah, that's a bad mistake.
Bad
You don't
mistake.
you don't shit talk my Bears, but
You don't mess with the ChiTownPod
I
boys.
I wanted to share this because like that is not a lot of people can say that happened to them. So
No.
shout out to Madeline though for the opportunity.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, that's looking out. But that is funny. All
Good old Caden Proctor.
right, we can move on though. But I had to share that because why wouldn't you share that on a football podcast?
Exactly.
Okay, here 1 second. I gotta go grab a drink.
All right. I'm gonna start with more news from yesterday after Cliff Kingsbury backs out of the Raiders job. He in turn gets hired by the Washington Commanders for their offensive coordinator vacancy. And man, oh man, did this spark a huge debate on Twitter on if Caleb Williams is going to the Commanders, if he's going to try and force his way out of Chicago. Is Poles going to trade the pick? Are the Commanders going to trade up? Is Poles taking Marvin Harrison Jr., Drake May, whoever? This means absolutely nothing. The Commanders run an air raid offense. Let's look at how many times Sam Howell threw the football. Sam Howell last year had one moment.
I'm back.
Sam Howell led the league in attempts last year with 612. Like I said, Cliff Kingsbury runs an air raid offense. Now, I don't think Sam Howell is going to be the quarterback for the Commanders next year. It's going to be Drake May. But North Carolina runs the air raid offense. This is why Cliff Kingsbury is their offensive coordinator. It does not, by no means does it mean that they're trading up for Caleb Williams.
Yeah, I mean, people forget to realize he was running for so many OC spots. Steelers, Raiders, Bears. I mean, I guess
Bears.
it's kind of, but and then Washington. There's probably some other team that those are the big ones I saw. But I guarantee there was another team that interviewed him and all of that. So I don't quite get that. I mean, he's a good OC. Like I don't.
Head coach, nah.
Yeah, no, he's not. No, I wouldn't say he could lead a team. But hey, call plays, like get you some points. I mean, the Cardinals' offense when he was the OC when he was calling plays because he's their head coach, but was always
good
top half of the league.
Call of Duty came out and Kyler Murray kind of hit a wall.
Yeah, bro. I mean, good for him, and I don't know why like they would like that's just like it's speculate. Yeah, sure, you can speculate, but I just don't see it happening still.
It doesn't make any sense, especially since Schefter's reported it, Pelissero's reported it, Rappaport's reported it. Everyone around the NFL expects the Bears to take Caleb Williams at 1.
Yeah, I mean, there's no surprise there. I mean, this is no diss on Drake May, but Caleb Williams is like he's just a different level of a prospect.
And let's say the Bears did end up with 2 because Carolina won a couple more games, both of us would still be very happy with Drake May.
I would be on the Drake May train, but you have the opportunity to draft one of the best QB prospects in the last 10 years. You take it, especially when you're a team like the Bears, who's been just like, I mean, they haven't found an answer at QB in literally ever.
The 40s.
Oh yeah.
I don't even remember his name.
Is it Luckman or?
Yeah, no. Sid Luckman.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
I mean, McMahon was good, but they won the Super Bowl because they had the greatest defense ever assembled.
And they had Walter Payton too. So
exactly. I mean, they made the Super Bowl with Rex Grossman. They made the NFC championship game with freaking Jay Cutler, who just did not care about football at all.
What a joke! So much talent, just no dog in him.
Exactly. It makes me so mad, bro.
I don't even like. I was listening to something earlier, and it was Albert Breer said it. It was on a different podcast, and he said that like Caleb Williams is a good kid, and like he's ultra competitive. All the speculation about like him not wanting to go to the Bears is just like not true. He compared it to like the Ball family and like with him with his dad, and just
Yeah,
like
yeah. I mean, I read this on Twitter. Any parent wants their kid to go to the best situation possible. I think the biggest thing for Caleb Williams is going to be to do what Lonzo and LaMelo did and try and limit his dad's media attention when it comes to their careers.
I'm a big supporter of the dads like that.
But
Like
I agree. Like what
that's
LeVar Ball did was awesome.
I know he got so much hate. I was always on like he is a great father. He got two of his kids to be top 3 picks, and LiAngelo like he was in the like the summer. He played for the summer league. He
Yeah,
was in the G League. I mean, that's that. I mean,
that's actually crazy.
we're acting like that's some like not a good accomplishment. Like, bro, you are like in the NBA. Like I mean, I know um the G League isn't the NBA, but you're in like that organization.
All
Like that.
three of them played professional basketball
Yes, that is
at
nuts.
the highest, and then like a top three highest level in the world.
And you have one that's an all-star caliber player. The other one was
Wasn't
fringe
also.
before.
I mean, the Lonzo's everyone's Lonzo's a bust. Lonzo's not a bust. Lonzo just got injured.
Yeah, you got. I mean, really his entire career until that happened. But that was like
Yeah,
the final blow in a way. And then I saw it's funny. I saw a clip of LiAngelo benching 400 pounds, so he's still doing good.
yeah. I mean, he'll be all right.
Yeah, no, I saw like the comments were like hating on him, like bro, like you're not in the NBA, like he just benched 400 pounds, like 0.001% of like the world can do that.
Yeah, yeah. That's just ridiculous.
I know it is ridiculous, but hey, respect to the dads that like lead their
Help
kids
their
down the right
kids
path.
out.
Yeah, even
Exactly.
though like they can be a little loud and obnoxious sometimes and speak for their kid, but at the end of the day, they're just trying to
Exactly.
help them out. You gotta respect it.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, we went on a little side tangent there, but we did have one more thing to talk about with the Commanders. Um, Everyone forgets the Commanders have a rookie GM. Tom, I'll let you take it away because this is your take, and I
Okay,
100% agree with it.
so I thought about it. No, I don't think I've seen anybody else say this. They have a rookie GM. Is Adam Peters is his name? Commanders.
Let's take a gander.
It is Adam Peters. Okay. He is a rookie GM. Never been a GM before. That is just way too big of a risk for your first move as a general manager of a professional football team to make that big of a risk. I mean, okay, that doesn't work out. You're fired immediately.
Exactly.
And you have no resources because like the trade would probably look like the second pick, a first round pick, and probably like a second round pick. And you could maybe there's more. If I'm Poles, I would do the same strategy that he did with the Panthers and take McLaurin away.
I mean,
Because
we'll get into like here. We'll talk about it now because you're talking about it. But like, what Tom hit it right on the head. To move down just one slot, I'm gonna need your first this year, the second we traded you this year, your first next year, and a player.
and I think part of the like there's no way we would have had the number one pick if DJ Moore was still a Panther.
Oh, not even close.
And it's so detrimental for a rookie QB. And that's really smart. I didn't even think about that. And you're like that. I mean, obviously DJ Moore is a great player and you want him on your team, but it like it goes together. You get a really good player and it hurts the other team so much with a rookie QB. And then you
Now
get a
that
better
you bring
pick.
that up, I didn't even think of it that way because the Panthers definitely probably would have rather given the Bears their
Burns
2026 first round pick
or
or
Burns.
Burns.
Yeah. Then
But Poles
Moore.
was like, nah, I want DJ Moore.
I don't know if that's how he was looking at it though.
I don't either because when you make that trade, you never expect to get a number one pick back.
Well, and you never expect like at that time you're like Justin Fields is the future. So you're like okay,
Easily.
like
Yeah, yeah.
so you're like oh okay, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, let's get him his guy. Like let's get him his AJ Brown. Let's get
It's
him
AJ Brown.
his
It's
Stephon
Stephon
Diggs.
Diggs.
Like that was the goal of that, and it's not quite how it worked, but it's gonna work out better,
It
hopefully.
is. It is. Oh, yeah. Oh my god. But now that we're on this, let's just say, let's say someone like Denver wants to move up to one, all the way at 12, because there's been reports that they want to move up.
It would be like 3 firsts, like 3 seconds, and like Pat Surtain, dude. Like,
That's like the minimum.
and it's insane. I just
Because
don't.
I'm pretty sure if you make a trade on draft day, you can trade 4,
You can.
I think.
I don't. Yeah, I never knew how it worked. But
I'm pretty sure you can trade the 2028 pick because it'd be 2024, 2025, 20. So yeah, you get the team's next 3 first round picks, not including. Okay, so maybe that's how you get 4.
yeah, I think
But
it'd be the 2027. But
100%.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it doesn't matter. But
3 firsts, 3 seconds,
it
technically 4 seconds plus the second this year,
it
and then
probably
Pat Surtain.
yeah, because that's the only player that's really really valuable on their team that I'd want to get off of them.
Especially moving all the way down to 12.
Yeah, it's insane. It really is. And call me crazy, but I just I'm really just give me Caleb. I
100%.
I'm just so tired of dealing with this every year of just having an uncertainty at QB.
Exactly. And who knows? There is still a chance Caleb can be a complete bust.
Yeah, but you have the opportunity without giving up extra capital to get him.
Exactly.
You got to jump on that. We will probably not see this for another 25, 30 years in the NFL.
See what?
A team like the Bears be able to draft the top QB prospect that's that good without being that bad.
Oh no, 100%. I mean,
mean,
Caleb Williams is going to be walking into a top 10, top 15 offensive line, a top 10 defense, a good running back, okay running back room, and he already has a top 10 wide receiver.
And he has a top 6, 7 tight end.
Yeah, and an elite play caller.
And then
Top 10,
and
top
then you
5
still
play
have the
caller.
number 9. You still have the number 9 pick, a bunch of money in free agency. I mean, there's no reason this team can't win the division.
I mean, look at what Stroud did with the Texans roster.
And that roster is nowhere near
No
what
way.
the Bears are
Yeah.
gonna have.
Like, you put Stroud on the Bears, it's probably a 12-win team.
100%. Yeah, that's probably a good number. And that's rookie Stroud too.
Yeah, exactly.
I still don't regret trading it though.
I don't either. I mean, Stroud was my number 1 QB in the class, but I didn't expect him to just come out and be an MVP candidate in year 1.
You can't just the hindsight because
No, exactly.
I think you wanted Fields over Stroud last year.
I did.
Yeah, so it's and then I mean, obviously I'd rather have Stroud over Caleb Williams, but I at the time you're that's a no-brainer. I'd much rather have Caleb over Stroud.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
So that's just how that rolls. But
what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
yeah,
You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna take Caleb Williams at 1, Ryan Poles, and then
hey,
the Bears' quarterback problems magically go away.
I gave you the Caden Proctor information. You give me Caleb Williams. It's a fair trade.
Exactly. Insider info for insider info.
Yeah, come on. I'd rather just
Hilarious.
I just want to know. Just give it to me.
Dude, we won't tell anybody.
Yeah. Come on.
Know, I know he said he deleted Twitter, but it's still funny, especially last offseason, that there was a Ryan Poles burner account reading all of our tweets.
What are you talking about? Oh, yeah. No, that is funny. Oh, ChiTownPod said to do this trade. Oh, let's do it.
Let's do it, maybe. But because it's crazy, because when there was rumors about the Panthers, we're like, we want DJ Moore and we want all these picks. Obviously, he's not listening to anybody on Twitter, but it is funny that that's how it played out.
Yeah, it is funny how that. I feel like over half of the GMs probably have Twitter.
Yeah.
Depends how old they are, but
that's true.
It's funny. Dave Canales has a Twitter, and it's he's verified and everything on it. You find it?
No, I didn't find it. I'm looking for something else because there was there was an article that I wanted to talk about on like the how much value the first overall pick has and then the resulting picks.
Mhm.
But I can't find it. Oh, wait, maybe I found it. Whatever, I can't find it. I'll keep looking while we move on to the next segment.
Yeah.
More draft stuff though is Odunze being mocked ahead of neighbors in mocks,
The most
which
recent mocks that came out this week.
it doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit before. We just like don't agree. Is the easiest way to put it.
I mean,
I-
Odunze
This is no diss
is
on no dude's side. No diss.
not in any other draft. He's probably at least wide receiver 2.
Yeah,
But when you have Marvin Harrison Jr. and then
neighbors.
yeah,
And neighbors is just like what does Odunze do that much better than neighbors? He's bigger and he's probably better with Yak. That's probably it.
yeah,
I mean, this is like no like I either one I'm ecstatic about, but I had to choose one. I'm taking neighbors all day.
agreed.
He's literally like just reminds me of Stephon Diggs.
But like better 50-50 ball.
What?
Neighbors has a better 50-50.
It's close. It's close.
Like I feel like he could go up and get it. I found the
Oh
article
yeah,
by the way.
he can. All right, yeah, you can talk about that. We just wanted to mention the mocks doing that. I don't necessarily. Hey, but like, please be right. Like, I give us neighbors at 9. Oh, Caleb, DJ, neighbors, Komet, and some like
Dude, plug
Kendrick
me in at
Bourne.
wide receiver 3 and the offense
Yeah,
will be okay.
yeah.
Okay, so apparently this was on Bleacher Nation Bears, and Bleacher Nation's just a sick website. Everybody should check it out. They're more Cubs related, but they have all Chicago sports except the White Sox because
They
who cares about
dabble.
the White Sox?
They dabble.
They do a little bit. But so there is a chart. I'm sure you've seen it on all of the picks in the draft, and a lot of NFL teams use this chart for trade purposes.
Like value.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
So
about.
when there's a good quarterback at the top of the draft class, typically the first overall pick is worth 1,000 points. When there's a good quarterback at the top of the draft class, like last year, it's worth higher. So the math worked out last year. The first overall pick was worth 1,500 points. So that's what the Panthers got. And
Yeah.
then the Bears got DJ Moore, the 9th pick, the 61st pick, a round 1 this year and a round 2 this year. When you trade a future pick, those picks are always worth
Way less.
the maximum amount that you can get. So the future first rounder was worth 1,000 points. The future second rounder was worth 180 points. So the Bears got 1,953 points of value just for the trade alone. So it was what? Plus 453, which is pretty nice compared to the previous first overall pick trades.
Well, and then you add on top the value of it being the number 1 pick.
I'm gonna get there. Tom. You're jumping the gun.
Sorry.
When the Rams and Titans made a trade for the number 1 pick, the Titans got an additional 332 points of value. And then wait. So this year, because there's an elite Caleb Williams prospect, the first overall pick is worth 2,000 points.
Okay.
So there was a mock trade with the Commanders. It was the second overall pick, obviously. Third round pick this year, first rounder next year, second rounder next year, third rounder next year, and that's 2,067 points.
Yeah.
Even then, I don't think that's good. But
No,
it's crazy to think like the drop off, even without the additional value that comes with the quarterback, The second overall pick this year is worth 717 points. The first overall pick's worth 1,000.
Yeah,
Like that's almost 2 second-round picks.
That's insane. That is
At
insane.
that you had Caleb Williams too. It's a no-brainer to take him, Poles.
Why are you so mad?
Because this is stupid. They should have traded Fields yesterday, even though I know it's not even possible.
It might be.
No, because I think the league, the calendar.
No, but I'm pretty sure Stafford got traded in the playoffs, like when that happened.
Did he?
Let's look. January 31st.
Oh.
See? Just saying.
Obviously, he's going to listen. But, dude, I hate all the speculation. Just come out and say, I'm taking Caleb Williams. Please.
And just shut it down. I don't even like. He'll probably like. We'll know by like. I guess when Fields is traded. I guess. Oh no, that's not totally true now. But.
What do you mean? I mean, I guess he could trade Fields and then trade down to like 2, and then take May.
I just like. I think he'll know by like the combine, because then you get to talk to everybody and like.
I mean, what Brendan Rice said is so true. It's like you can pass on Caleb Williams and then you can get fired.
Yeah, no, he's right. I don't
like if let's just say Poles sticks with Fields and Fields completely just does not improve and stays the exact same as he did this year, next year. I'm sorry. I'm getting rid of you after next season.
I think that Fields is just not coming back. I think it's more like, I think the Commanders trade down is more realistic than having Fields back at this point in time.
I would agree with that, but also I feel like that can get you fired. Because if May doesn't take you to the playoffs next year and Caleb Williams wins Offensive Rookie of the Year,
I'm not saying they should.
I'm situation all over again.
I'm not saying they should. I'm just saying that like I feel like that's more likely than them sticking with Fields.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
Because you still like, oh yeah, you get your extra ammo that he wants, and then you get your rookie QB. When May is still, I really like May still, but he's just there's like S tier and A tier.
Herbert.
Yeah.
Yeah, S tier and A tier, 100%.
Like May was like last year probably would have been the number 1 pick. But
probably,
I mean, there's different levels to this. And I think Poles understands that. I mean, if a team is willing to trade up 2 first-round picks, a 2nd-round pick, and a player to move up 1 spot,
I mean, you almost have to say yes, just because that's insane value. But also, like, if Caleb Williams turns out to be the next Mahomes, you lost a trade. It doesn't matter what they give up.
I know. I just like. I don't know. I like with Drake and all that. I'm just so set on Caleb at this point.
I'm in 100% agreement with you, bro. I've held off. It's so hard for me because it pops up on Twitter all the time and YouTube all the time. I did this with Connor Bedard. I willed it into existence. I did not watch one highlight tape for Connor Bedard, and then immediately after the Blackhawks got the first overall pick, I probably watched at least 20 hours of highlight tape over the summer.
Yeah, it's just like so hard. Like there's so much Caleb Williams stuff that pops up on our feed.
It's like these 15-minute compilations of him. Like I watched they always start off with the throw against UCLA from 2 years ago. The off-platform, just absolute bullet. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
Is that the one up the middle, or he threw down the middle, like deep ball?
No. I kind of up the middle. It was on the hash mark.
No, okay, we're thinking of different. Oh wait, no, this was last year.
I'm talking about 2 years ago.
No. I think you're thinking of this one. It was against UCLA too. The one where you kind of like step up in the pocket through absolute moonball to.
No, not that one. That was last year.
Yeah, I know.
I'm talking about a different one.
Okay, well, the fact that we're talking about 3 different insane plays.
Exactly. I mean, but man, Please don't screw it up.
Yeah, I know.
I got a taste of what it's like to watch good football with Arizona this year.
Bro, my heart would like actually drop if like we didn't take him. Like in it, I
We
would just
have
like it.
dude,
There'd be a sharp pain in my chest.
I will be so nervous until
Until I hear his name
the
called.
commissioner comes out and say, with the first overall pick in the 2024 NFL draft, the Chicago Bears select Caleb Williams.
Dude, that dopamine hit is just gonna. Oh.
It's gonna go through the roof, dude. It's actually gonna be insane.
What day is the draft?
April 25th. I think that's a Thursday.
I hope it is, because I think. Wait, I didn't. Wait. Yeah, it is April 25th. Because me and my roommate Tyler we're going up to Purdue for the weekend. I think it's that weekend. So that'll
Are you
let him
gonna
work
go?
to what? No,
draft?
I don't
No.
think so. Because so at Purdue they have something called Grand Prix. It's just like a big like fun weekend. It's like the biggest weekend of the year there. So me and Tyler are gonna go up to and see Ian and go to all that, which will be
That would
fun.
be sick. If I wasn't in Arizona, I would definitely go.
Yeah, I know. It's a
Like I went to the NHL draft for Bedard.
yeah. No, it's like it's just like hard for me to get there anyway. Because like I'm in Kentucky
You
and
don't
I don't
have
have
a
a car.
car.
It's my like really like the only way it happens is like my mom comes down and then up, and that's like a 11-hour drive for her.
That'd be so stupid. Go down, go back up, go down, and then come back up a little bit.
That's brutal. You're better off flying at that point.
Exactly. Even if I had a car, wouldn't it'd be like two days to get there? So
Yeah, I guess.
I would definitely have to fly. But
Well, obviously. Hey, if I wanted, we looked it up. If I wanted to bike to Arizona, it would take 8 days. Fun fact.
imagine.
Somebody want to test this for us?
Yeah.
You're gonna start in
Anyone
Lexington.
in the Lexington, Kentucky area,
We need you to bike to
to
Tucson
Tucson, Arizona.
and let us know how long that takes.
We'll compensate you by letting you on the podcast.
Yeah, you get a
Frank,
big reward.
I know you're listening. That's the easiest way to be
Bro,
our third member.
We're gonna see like a training montage.
Frank is preparing. He throws the baseball dream out the window and he's like, I'm biking to Tucson. That would be so funny.
Oh man, that's hilarious. But do you want to talk about the Senior Bowl?
Let's do it.
Senior
'Cause
Bowl
we got a couple guys we want to talk about.
last weekend, right? Or during the week? I'm bad.
Last week.
Yeah, last week. Couple guys that stood out. Start off with Lad McConkey, Georgia. He was cooking the entire weekend or week. I don't know if it was the weekend or the weekend or week or weekend.
I don't know. Bro's
was
a route
cooking.
technician. Anyone who
Yeah.
doesn't think that's a top 2 round pick, you don't know ball.
Whitey KB. I'm really trying to like learn how to like do that without thinking about it.
It's tough. That's why I just say you don't know ball because I still
No.
can't do it.
No, I know. I just like find it funny. But yeah, he's cooking. But I don't like. I feel like comparing him to Cooper Cup is so lazy.
It's because they're both white.
Yes, I know. And it's. I mean, like, yes, he runs good routes, but yes, I'm gonna compare him to a Triple Crown winner.
I mean that too. Like that Cooper Cup's probably a top 15 wide receiver ever.
No,
Maybe top 20.
I don't.
You don't think so?
I have never even like put this thought into my brain. If you're saying season, yes. Receiver,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
no. I don't even know if he's like top like 30, if like all time. But hey, you give him a season, it's probably a top 5 season of all time. I mean, it might be the best.
There's only 16 wide receivers to win the Triple Crown. I would probably say it is the best outside of Megatron. Because did he break Megatron's record?
I don't think he broke it, but he had way more touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken.
Megatron had 1964 Cup had 1947. Damn, he was close.
How many touchdowns? Here, look how many touchdown Cup had.
Cup had 16.
Okay, and then
Won a game.
what's Calvin's?
Uh,
Okay, I think he only had 5.
no way, dude.
That's what this website's saying.
How do you have almost 2,000 yards and only 5 touchdowns? I mean,
That's like Cup had a better. I think he might have the best wide receiver season of all time.
oh my God, he only had 5 that year.
Yeah, he probably.
I mean, a year later, Calvin, or a year before that one, Calvin
15,
had
right?
16 and then
16.
1,681 yards.
Yeah, I'd almost argue that. I'd say that is better than the 1900.
Oh, 100%.
But Cup probably did have the best receiver season of all time.
It's actually insane how much talent Detroit's wasted.
I don't like that. Like Cup holds that though.
Why?
I don't know. Just like you think like,
Wait,
oh my
Cup holds
God,
what? Best
like that.
wide receiver season?
Yeah, it's weird.
I
I mean,
agree. It is weird.
He did it. Don't get me wrong. He has it. But you think like, oh, Randy Moss, oh, Calvin Johnson, like one of those.
Someone
guys
like that, yeah.
And
I
then
guess Cup also won the Super Bowl that year.
imagine and Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
But imagine like in 20 years, you're like, wow, like who had the best receiver season of all time? Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp.
I mean, he was good, but
he's not in that upper tier. Like when you think of best wide receivers ever, this is why I said top 15, top 20. You're thinking of Calvin Johnson, Jerry Rice, Randy Moss. You don't think of Cooper Kupp.
AB, Julio. Like this is all Terrell Owens, like Jerry Rice. I mean, I'm just naming guys.
I said Jerry Rice, but maybe top 15 is too high then.
I almost like want to see a list. Steve Largent.
No, I'd take him over Steve Largent.
Bro, Steve Largent was like, I don't think I understand how nasty his stats were. Marvin Harrison. I have a whole list here.
Put him and MHJ equals Super Bowl.
Michael Irvin.
Lynn Swan. That's a crazy one.
There's just so many names. I'm just like looking at this. I don't like. You'd really have to look at it.
Okay, I lied on Steve Largent. 200 games, 819 receptions, 13,000 yards, 100
Yeah,
touchdowns.
but you don't know about Steve Largent, do you? Absolute beast.
He was buddy.
Old, very old, though. Bro, wait, what? Bro, Steve Largent.
Larry Fitzgerald.
Steve Largent served in the House of Representatives.
What can he do?
I know. Bro is the Johnny Sins of the NFL.
That's a crazy quote. Oh my God. That's insane. That one might be on the TikTok.
Oh, that's too funny.
That's crazy.
Man, what? This is about Lad McConkey, not about Cooper Kupp. No, Lad had.
Bro, what?
What?
I'm sorry. I was just scrolling through TikTok. Bulls fans are crazy. Rumors. The Chicago Bulls reportedly reached out to Houston to inquire whether they would be interested in a deal for Zach LaVine that would center around Jalen Green.
Sure, bud.
Sure, buddy. Any way to get, dude. I think I tweeted about this on our Twitter account, but I know this is not the Bulls, but I just want to say this. Bulls fans need to prepare for the package for Zach LaVine. The biggest asset you're going to get back is just getting rid of his contract.
Yeah, and this is crazy. Like, whereas Joe Harris and Bogdanovich, like, I honestly would have been okay with that. Like,
just those two, and then maybe even the one I saw was Thompson, Ivy, and Cade in a first, and I was like,
not happening.
What?
We'll touch on this.
Be lucky to get one of them. We'll
touch this on
Wednesday.
That's nuts. Okay, Lad McConkey, great week. Not Cooper Kupp though, but I project him to go around like 40 or 50, like around that range. I mean, any team could really use a guy like him. He's the full package.
100%.
Another insane week. Dude, I just can't read.
Just say week. I don't think it was the whole week. I think it started Thursday, so
Whatever.
that's 4 days.
Jax Powers Johnson and went off. Anybody that
Bro,
thinks
he
he's gonna be a
boosted his
Bear,
stock so much.
he's probably a first round pick. Anybody thinks that he's still going to the Bears, you're like, unless like we like somehow get Fields to the Steelers for like the 20th pick and like we give some assets, like he's just not. He's not a Bear, unfortunately.
Yeah, no.
He's too good for where our picks are.
Yeah.
We'd have to get like some insane like somehow we got like a second round pick or something like that, and or I guess like the Fields, like if you got like a high second, and like he somehow fell because of positional
It
value.
had to be like a Tevin Jenkins type fall.
He like, but the only thing like the only argument you have about him not going in the first round is positional value. Otherwise, he has the talent of a first round player.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I think Creed Humphrey was a first round pick.
No, he wasn't.
I'm thinking of the other guy.
You're thinking
Lindenbaum.
Yeah, Tyler Lindenbaum.
Linderbaum.
Linderbaum. Yeah.
My apologies, Iowa Hawkeye truther. Screw Iowa. Caden Proctor pissed me off.
Yeah, it's funny because my sister goes there, and obviously, and then my dad went there. So no legacy,
crazy.
all hate.
Screw the Big Ten. Side note: Zach Edey's a fraud.
This
Sorry.
is just so random. Okay, but yeah, Jackson. I don't even honestly him being a Steeler is. I could totally see that.
The only way they get him, you probably just said this, is if the Bears trade Fields to the Steelers for 20.
It's not happening. I mean, I hope it does. Don't get me wrong, but good for him though. Good for him. We'll have to
shout
pivot.
out the running backs.
Marshawn
Lloyd, and fellow Arizona Wildcat Michael Wiley. I gotta show the brother some love.
The brother.
I'm telling you, Michael Wiley, whoever picks him is gonna get a stud.
Like, think that? I'm not gonna lie, I don't know a lot about him, but
he runs hard. He's elite out of an elite pass catcher out of the backfield. He didn't get to play in the actual game, but him and Kentucky's Ray Davis were voted as the 2 top running backs by the linebackers.
Weird how that works.
Hey man, Wildcats, baby.
That's actually very like coincidental.
Yeah.
But like I said, do you think Wiley and Ray Davis are similar players then, or?
I think Ray Davis is probably faster. Wiley.
What do you think he runs?
4.45.
4.45 or 4.5?
4.45. Maybe 4.5.
I think Ray Davis is probably right there too.
Wasn't he kind of like a burner though?
I think he's gonna run like a mid 4.4. That is my guess.
Wiley's problem is his acceleration kind of sucks. Like once he gets going, he's going. But those first like 10 yards, not even those first 5 yards are tough for him.
The thing with Ray Davis is I just like don't. There's no like particular weakness in his game. Like in every aspect, he'll get the job done for you. Which that's where yeah, he's actually a really good pass blocker.
So can Wiley.
Oh yeah, sure.
I'm just saying.
I
mean, he's projected to be a 4th or 5th round pick. So whoever. I mean, I don't even know who I'd comp him to.
Yeah, it's running backs are hard to kind of comp in my opinion.
Like a better Roschon Johnson.
Wiley, is that big?
He's not as big. 5'10".
You can't compare him to. I feel like he can't.
I mean, really. Roschon's just a big dude. I meant like their skill wise. Good pass blocker, hard runner, can break a tackle, more elusive than Roschon, and can catch out of the backfield. And then Marshawn Lloyd was elite catching out of the backfield.
Yeah,
over the week.
He has a really nice route tree out of the backfield, which is a big thing to have. And
I could see him going as early as like the 3rd round.
He talked good about Caleb too, so kid's a stud.
Take him at 9,
dude. Caleb Williams plus And Marshawn Lloyd.
Marshawn Lloyd equals Super Bowl.
We get
For people who don't know that joke, everyone on Twitter calls Justin Fields him spelled with a 1. And then they put him plus MHJ for Marvin Harrison Jr. equals Super Bowl. And
I
that's
feel like if you listen to this podcast, you've heard us
yeah.
reference it so many times. We could talk about Quinton Mitchell, Toledo's corner. He he played really well, and I kind of expected this too. I mean, I know he played at Toledo, but it was no fly zone over there. No, he wasn't even getting really targeted in
Yeah.
last year. The year before, he got targeted a little more, but he had because that's why he had more picks. Last year, really I don't want to compare him to Sauce Gardner, but I want to compare him to like the similar like situation as Sauce Gardner. Like Cincinnati, is that the MAC? Cincinnati?
I think Cincinnati's the AAC.
What's Toledo in? Toledo's in the same one with Miami of Ohio.
Well, I think Cincinnati's now in the Big 12 or going to be in the Big 12.
Well, I'm saying for like sauces.
And American Athletic, yeah, AAC.
Okay, are they both there or? I don't.
Cincinnati's now in the Big 12. My
Okay,
apologies.
but what about like not in the big like you know what I'm saying? Because like Sauce was not in the Big 12.
Sauce. Okay, so yeah, Toledo's a Maction school.
They're MAC and then Cincinnati was AAC.
Yeah.
Okay, but you get the I mean, Sauce is a way better player and coming out because it was so much longer and bigger. Well, that pause.
Yo, hold on. Somebody go on the YouTube. I don't care where when we post this at 51 minutes and 30 seconds. Flip what Thomas just said and post that on social media. What the hell just happened?
Okay, well, what do you want me to say? His height is higher and his arms are longer. Like,
I don't know why, but it just reminded me of the Charlotte announcer for basketball.
oh,
I forgot.
Terry, two beauties.
Yeah, that guy. But I forgot what player it was. He was like, he just came in my lap, and then the camera pans to him, and he just goes.
Dude, there's a lot of this episode's funny. But okay, what I was trying to say is he's him and Sauce like similar situations, but he doesn't have the measurements as Sauce.
I gotta pull up this. Is Jordan Clarkson over the scorers table?
You're pulling it up.
Somebody, I mean, if you're listening, you gotta look this up. Jordan Clarkson almost came in my lap.
I need to send that to me because I don't think I've seen that.
I will. I'll send
Okay.
it.
I think I should move on from Quinton Mitchell.
Yeah,
I think he'll be a first round pick. But
let's talk about the quarterbacks.
Yeah. Or hey, don't forget about Ricky Pearsall. Did we not talk about him, or did we?
We didn't talk about Ricky Pearsall.
Hey, he had a really good week, and I'm not saying like he'll probably. I think he might sneak his way into the third round after that.
I agree. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about him, but just looking off his numbers, 65 receptions, 965 yards, 4 touchdowns, 14.8 is the average per reception.
SEC.
Yeah, in the SEC against elite comp. That's a good with Graham Mertz throwing.
Yeah, I was gonna say Graham Mertz. You know, he's all right for a college QB. Nothing special, but I mean,
Wisconsin didn't get him.
Yeah. What I was gonna say though is like I'm not saying like oh man this guy's gonna be an absolute stud, but like I could see him being a solid wide receiver too in the NFL, and for third round
100%.
value, I'd say that's pretty good. I like his game.
Who else won the third round? Bayless Jones.
A lot of people. Yeah.
I'll talk about value.
Oh, what a value pick!
If we're being real, the only misses Poles has had is Bayless Jones and Claypool.
Yeah. I don't even I don't know. I don't put too much. I mean, everybody misses, which is fine. Here, I'll be right back again, really quick.
Oh.
I drink way too much water in the gym, so
Now
this
went to
happens all
the
the time.
gym. Now he has to use the bathroom again. But I'll talk about um the two, the second and third best QBs in the Pac-12, of course, because Noah Fafita's the best quarterback in the Pac-12. Completely unbiased take. Um, but the Bo Nix and Michael Penix. Bo Nix was meh. It was a mixed bag with him. He had a couple of really nice throws, and then he had a couple of yikes. Those were terrible. Bo Nix is like your typical college QB. Lets his playmakers do all the work. Really, if I had to put a comp, it's a worse Brock Purdy.
Okay,
That's
I'm
my
so
comp
sorry.
for Bo Nix.
I just like so creatine makes you drink a lot of water, and I drink a lot of water, and this is like after I drink a lot of water, I have to pee a lot. So and we always end up recording like because it's for us like we go to class, go to the gym, and then record.
Come back and immediately record. I was just
So
talking about Bo Nix and how his comp kind of like Brock Purdy, just because lets his receivers and weapons do all the work.
yeah,
Game manager.
yeah, he's nothing like he's not a special talent, but I mean. If you want to like win the division at 10-7 and maybe win a playoff game, maybe
Oh
Bo
my
Nix can do
God.
that for you.
And Michael
Um,
Penix was just god awful.
yeah, that really hurt him because after like his college football performance, he really did himself a favor and then he just hurt himself.
Dude, it's bad. Especially with his injury history.
Yeah, and age and
I think he's already like 24.
he may have just like he'll probably still go in the second, but
Dude, I don't even know.
he probably will. I think it's a little recency bias. Everybody has bad days, but
That is true. He
I
did
think
make it to the national championship.
I think he played himself out of the first round.
I don't think he was ever going to be in the first round, to be honest.
I could agree, but
I mean, who would take him realistically? I mean, maybe the Giants at 6. That'd be crazy.
no. Like the Steelers,
Pittsburgh at 20.
the Broncos,
Repeat Kenny
maybe.
Pickett. Take a mid quarterback in the 20s.
Wait, do they have the 20th pick?
Yeah.
I'm
Was it
pretty
Kenny
sure.
Pickett 20?
I'm like 99% sure he was.
What a mismanagement of draft capital was Pickett
Yeah,
and
20th pick.
Pickett
Um,
and Najee.
it was hilarious. So our buddy Ian is a Steelers fan. We were watching the draft, and it was the Kenny Pickett draft. And we're like, Trent McDuffie, Trent McDuffie, Trent McDuffie. And they're like, Kenny Pickett. We're like, no!
No!
Like, oh my God. And it's funny, like, Steelers fans were hyping him up so much. Even with, like, Najee, we wanted them to pick Darisaw. And I mean, but
Yeah.
Darisaw he went the pick before. But then we were like, okay, like, let's go to Greg Newsom then, because their secondary has always been kind of eh. And they're like, Najee Harris. We're like, no!
Nobody should ever take a running back in the first round unless it's Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah. They really have
Welcome
to
to
be
my
like
TED Talk.
insane. Did you talk about Rattler?
I didn't yet. I was gonna wait for you because that was your homie.
Why is he my homie?
I don't know. You want to
Dude,
talk about him, so he's your homie now.
I don't like him, bro. He's a dick. You ever seen the clip? You ever see the clip of him like talking to his high school teammates and blaming them for
Dude, it's
everything?
your fault, not mine.
But not a good person, and I don't like South Carolina either.
Well, you know who you do like.
Oh, look at.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm like, where is he going with this?
Thomas doesn't like South Carolina because South Carolina absolutely kicked the shit out of Kentucky in basketball.
Well, it wasn't even basketball. I didn't like him before. That just like happened as well.
Tough week to be a Kentucky Wildcat.
I don't care too much. I don't care too much. I was like,
in there. You can
yeah.
sneak that in after we go lose to Utah and Colorado.
After like Florida, the Florida loss was bad, but like Tennessee, like when I was like out that day, like this guy was a Tennessee fan. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. You guys are winning.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like I didn't even like. Usually when you go to a game, you bet on your own team just cause, and I didn't because I'm like, this is just, I can't. That's a donation.
Bro, talk about donations. I'm so cold.
Yeah, me too, kind of.
The Milwaukee Bucks
No
have
bet list.
officially entered the no bet list.
Especially for me. I went
I mean, you
twice.
lost on them twice.
So they lost to the Trailblazers, and then on top of that, they lose to the Jazz when they're up by. I think it was like I sent it to you. I think right.
I don't remember,
I
but
sent
they
it.
had like a 96% chance to win the game.
I sent it to some. Oh, I sent it to Tyler because we bet on it. Here, like I can show it on my screen. They had a 95.4% chance with 11 minutes in the fourth quarter. They were up by 14, and they lost by and they didn't only lose barely. Let me check the score. I forget it, but it wasn't good. They lost. The score was they lost by
Lost by
15.
29-point swing in 11 minutes is crazy.
The fourth quarter, they had 40. The Bucks had 13.
Oh, that's got to be up there for one of the worst quarters ever.
I
Also, shout out freaking Brooke Lopez thinking
oh my
he's
god.
Reggie Miller or something. This is for the Trailblazers game.
I wouldn't
Freaking-
say
Not
Reggie.
even Steph.
Yeah,
Just
bro.
Step back three.
He
from
took
the
two of
wing.
them. He took two of them.
Two.
Bro had a little too much dip on his chip. We were saying this.
It was
Bro,
only dip. There was no
Yeah,
chip.
bro took a handful of dip, no chip.
Oh,
Oh my god. We were like, no, and of course he missed. But
it wasn't even close either.
that was bad. That was bad. Oh man. What do you want to talk about our Super Bowl picks to end it off?
Well,
oh wait,
hold
we
on,
need to.
gotta- we-
Yeah,
we-
wait,
we gotta
yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah.
Spencer Rattler because he
Yeah.
performed very well.
How did we even get? Oh, I know how. Okay, never mind. We were talking about South Carolina, and then we talked about
Oh, yeah,
Kentucky.
yeah.
Yeah, and then
Then it got to
You
the
know.
no bet list.
yeah, and everybody should have a no bet list, by the way.
If you like freaking people going off on random tangents and forgetting what they're talking about, this is a podcast for you.
Hey, that's what makes it fun. Imagine we were just some
Exactly.
informational pod. Spencer Rattler had a good game. Man, what do you think about that, Tristan?
Sweet, bro. He's maybe a 5th round pick.
Let's move on now.
Oh man.
That would be so lame. Anybody that like, I'm sorry, but if you just like a podcast of just like informational stuff and literally just no personality, that's just it isn't even a
It's
podcast.
a tough watch, or I guess
Isn't
tough
even-
listen.
Because I feel like at the start we're like, oh no, like we need no side tangents, all info.
Yeah.
And you learn that's not entertaining because when you listen to we listen to podcasts and we're like, I like when they debate what's better, orange or an apple when they're talking about sports.
Exactly.
I'm taking apple though, but
I 100% agree. Orange juice is better than apple juice, though.
I agree. Orange juice is gas. No pulp though. No pulp. If you like pulp, bro, like you're just weird.
If you like pulp, you want to keep Justin Fields.
What?
I don't know.
You see the thing in the remember the snowball fight thing when it was snowed a lot in Chicago? It was like Justin Fields versus Caleb Williams, Colt.
Yeah.
And then it was like the Justin Fields fans would hold the snowball for too long. Oh man.
The internet's a great
All right,
place.
we're talking about Rattler.
Yeah, I'll let you talk about Rattler because I don't really know what he did, to be honest.
There isn't. There isn't.
He played
really
well. He's probably the best quarterback there.
with quarterbacks. There isn't. It's the Senior Bowl, and we only get clips. But he played really well, and that helped his draft stock. Even though I don't like him, but nobody QBs really play. He was one of the few QBs to really play well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A lot of QBs. The thing with the Senior Bowl is it's to showcase other players.
Yeah, it's more like
if
really
you're a QB
anybody
at
but
the
a
Senior
QB.
Bowl, yeah.
It's hard because a lot of time you have there's no pressure and all that.
It's you're
Not
there because everybody else needs you to
Really?
throw football to them.
As a QB, your evaluation stops after your last college football game,
Yeah.
unless like you'll have your like measurements at the
And then
like
your
combine.
interviews.
Yeah, but like even like pro days, like we've learned to put no stock into those. And Zach Wilson.
Oh.
And hey, I mean, there's no shame in playing well, though, at these events.
No, you can't hurt yourself if you play well.
No, I mean you only help yourself. I mean, obviously, like, I mean, maybe your draft, like, you'll get on more teams' radar if you like show that you're like, oh wait, this Rattler kid, maybe he could be a good backup for us.
Exactly.
But we wanted to talk about did we talk about the expectation for Caleb?
Oh, I mean, we'll talk about Caleb and May. We didn't, and then we'll get into Super Bowl picks.
Okay.
Let's start.
What would you consider a successful rookie season for Caleb Williams?
For who? Caleb? Okay. I'm thinking it's got to be 3,300 passing yards. You think more?
Definitely more.
Really?
I thought him at 36.
Tainted. I'm so tainted because I don't want to say 36 plus because that automatically becomes a top 5 Bears QB season of all time.
I mean, he gets drafted. He's the most talented quarterback of all time that played for the Bears. So
easily. All right. We'll meet in the middle. We'll go 30. Well, it's not really middle. We'll go 35.
No, you have your take. I have my take.
Right,
it's fine.
Yeah.
We don't gotta agree.
3,300 passing yards. Probably 25 plus passing touchdowns.
You gotta give me a number here, not plus.
Not
20.
plus.
You can say 25 flat.
So, is 3,300 fine, or do you want an obscure number?
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm just very curious how he's gonna get 25 pass touchdowns with 3,300 yards, but
defense. How's the defense gonna give him short field? All right, maybe 25 is too high. All right, I got my numbers. 3,300, 23 touchdowns, 11 interceptions.
How many wins? 10. Okay. I'll give you mine. For me, I'm gonna give him like 36 to 3,700.
36. Mike Tyson.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, guys.
36 to like 3,700. Passing yards, maybe like 400 rushing yards ish, 300.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
He can move. People don't really realize that. Probably like 27 touchdowns, maybe like 13 picks. And I agree with the 10 win mark. Maybe 11. If he puts up that season, I say we probably get 11.
Yeah. I went more conservative just because
you don't want to be hurt.
That, but also I think they might try and protect him a little bit and they're going to run the ball.
Man, I don't want that. Sling that thing.
I want at least 25 passing attempts a game.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, give him at least 25. I mean,
now what are we thinking for Drake May? Because now we have to kind of consider this a possibility.
Okay. I gave him like 30, 34. I mean, he's still. I mean, you could even say like similar passing numbers almost.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
probably more picks though.
I'll give him a little like 34, probably like 23 tutties, maybe. Yeah, I think you said 23 before, whatever. But I'd
go.
And yeah, like 12 picks. And then the rushing yards will be. I mean, Caleb probably will get more than 400 rushing yards. He could probably touch 5 or 6.
Yeah.
That was probably. I probably didn't give him enough credit. But I mean, Drake probably he's probably around like a 300 to 400 guy because he can move, but not like that. No. I think with him you get 9 wins. Maybe 10.
So. Whoever comes in, it should be a playoff team.
Yeah, I agree.
I think I'd probably put Drake at 3,000, 20, and 13.
3,000. That's just.
Dude, I'm telling you, there's a gap. And I even shot low with Caleb.
Yeah, you did. I mean,
it would not surprise me if Caleb Williams comes in and puts up
4,200 yards, like 30 tutties, and like 11 picks or something like that.
That wouldn't surprise me at all. have gotten
W- w-
burned way
Yeah,
too
I
many
know.
times.
We've gotten like. I love how like like both of our picks are conservative. Yours was ultra conservative. Um, but just one, man. Just give us one.
Dude.
Like, just give us a QB that's like top 10 at least, man. At least, please be like top 5 QB though.
Dude, be like Mahomes level.
Get
Be
throw
top
us a
five
bone,
all
man.
time. Yeah. We've suffered so much.
Be the goat. I saw this thing. It was on CHGO that like the Blackhawks and the Cubs parade were some of the biggest events in human history for population there.
Dude, I want to say the Cubs parade had like 5 million people.
Imagine if the Bears won it.
Chicago is a Bears town. It is a football
Yeah,
city.
it is a
Like,
football city.
it's split up for baseball. It's not a basketball city anymore because Jordan left. And
Hockey's always been.
hockey's just a smaller market. Like, everyone in Chicago loves the Blackhawks, but people
Everybody at
will
the end of the
come
day is
from
a Bears
around
fan.
the world
They come to this thing.
to go to a Bears Super Bowl parade. It would not surprise me if it tops over 10 million people.
It would be on one of the biggest gatherings in human history,
Easily.
which is insane. But hey, draft Caleb and maybe we'll.
It's got to happen first, bro.
Oh man. We could talk about. I say we go into our Super Bowl picks, eh?
Let's do it. I got the odds pulled up on FanDuel Sportsbook.
All right. I'll let you go first, and then I'll give my take.
49ers are currently 2.5-point favorites. Money line -130. Over unders 47.5.
All right. We'll give both picks. You first. What do we take?
Give me, dude, Mahomes at plus money. You can take Mahomes at plus money.
I know.
We screwed up on the championship week. We took the Ravens. Mahomes was plus money. You gotta take it. And then I think 47.5, I feel like, is a really low over under. Yeah, both defenses are pretty good. Kansas City's is elite.
I think it might go under.
Dude, that's 24-24.
Right. You said about the Ravens. Remember that? Remember the Ravens and Chiefs
I
game?
did, but I also didn't think that Flowers was gonna fumble 3 times and Lamar was gonna throw it into quadruple coverage.
Even if that under would have probably still hit.
I don't remember what the over under was.
It was decent, and you were like, no. I agree with Tristan. I will be I am taking the Chiefs. Do I want them to win? No, but does my bank account want them to win? Yeah, like,
Exactly.
I gotta stop being like biased. Like, I don't want to root for the Chiefs, but if we're being real here, I mean, I talked about this last episode or like the last time. Like, statistically, the better QB usually wins, and the team that doesn't pay their running back usually wins as well.
Almost always wins.
That's just data, and I choose data over emotion.
100%. 100%. I feel like a good shout for an MVP. You can get Travis Kelce at plus 1,700.
I might throw a fiver on that.
That's not bad.
I want it.
The NFL's rigged.
I think I'm gonna take his over on yards and Kittle's over on yards too.
I like that. We'll craft something up.
We'll cook.
Probably Friday we'll do a whole section because the Cubs don't do anything.
We'll post our picks on Twitter.
Yeah.
Maybe you tail the guys.
But Mahomes and Brock Purdy to combine for 50 plus rushing yards.
How much?
Plus 150.
56?
50.
Oh, why did I get the 6? Yeah, that could happen. That's like tedious.
Yeah, that's a. I mean, I stopped betting after that Bucks one. I'm saving up for Sunday.
Bro, I might drop like a 50 bomb on the Chiefs or some shit.
A 50 bomb on the Chiefs?
Dude,
God,
like,
I didn't know we had Mattress Mac on the podcast.
If I don't win, you will not be hearing from us anymore.
If Thomas and I have a bad day on Sunday, there will be no podcast on Monday.
I feel like for the Super Bowl, I always do something a little special. I mean, I talked about it last time. The 1 year, I bet $60 on Cooper Cup anytime touchdown and Rams money line. I was 60 to win 150, and it hit.
That's
Oh,
a nice win.
nice win,
I
bro.
ended up being that's a actually really nice win.
Yeah,
That I ended up making money that Super Bowl, but I would have made like a grand if
yeah. I remember you saying
Odell
this.
didn't get hurt.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate.
Yeah,
But eh, there it is.
there we go.
I think it's all we got.
I think we're good. Yeah.
I think we're good too.
Thanks for listening to episode 20. Damn. I know I said that at the beginning, but 20 episodes.
Hey, dude, wait. 3 episodes a week. How long does it take us to get to 100?
Half a year. 33 and a third weeks.
There it is. We'll see you guys in 33 and a half weeks. That's probably after summer now. Or it's in it, maybe. Oh, let's think.
33 weeks from now.
It's a little over, it's like 2/3 of the year.
September 22nd, 2024.
That's the year I think Caleb Williams breaks the Bears passing record.
Yeah, in week 1. Bro goes for 4,000 yards in the first week.
Yeah. All right, but we'll catch you guys.
Have a good one. We'll see you Wednesday.
See ya.